Well, there is 3 weeks left in the regular season. Tenerife having already secured their place in the playoff positions. Their opponents tonight, though, the hosts, Holon, still with work to do, despite the fact they sit in third position, an identical loss record as Numana Venezia. They still have more to do. As we can see, the other results from the Group B. Venezia going down last night in the upset against Telkom Baskets Bonn. Hauk Opava and then Fribourg Olympic facing off against Nanterre also tonight. So the standings starting to take place in Group B. Tenerife, the only team having qualified, but below them, Venezia and Holon looking good for second and third. Nanterre holding on for fourth place, but Bonn, Hauk, both very much alive. So you can see that Bonn in fifth position currently, having played one game more. If Hauk are able to get a victory tonight, though, they would potentially tie Nanterre with a similar record or jump ahead of them and make things going interesting moving forward. For our teams here tonight, for Tenerife, they will be attempting to just keep momentum going throughout this regular season, despite the fact they have qualified for the playoffs, so they will want the best seed possible. It is a Tenerife team which has been remarkable in their travels, really, in the Basketball Champions League. There is the lineup for them tonight. Not to keep an eye on is Colton Iverson. He didn't play last week or suffered a head injury, limited minutes, and it really did hurt the Tenerife team as they went down to the loss against Venezia. On the other side, Holon come into this one having won just one of their last 3 games. But the positives from this team, it is a team that went 3-14 last season in the Basketball Champions League. This year there were 7 wins and 4 losses, as we just saw. So a huge turnaround for Coach Dan Shamir and his team. This real veteran Israeli core of guys like Guy Panini, and that is surrounded by an American contingent, which has added some high-flying offense to this Israeli team. We know one thing today: we will see 2 teams that share the ball exceptionally well, both in the top 5 in assists in the competition. They also have real 3-point threats throughout. And, Tenerife currently in 5th position in 3-point percentage. Holon in 3rd position, both shooting over 38% as a team. So expect the ball to move quickly from one side to another. Expect a number of 3-point shots as well from both of these 2 teams. But really the difference of why Tenerife have suffered just 2 losses is because of their defensive intensity as well. They have conceded the fewest points out of any team in the Basketball Champions League. They have the best defense. If you're looking at just points scored against in this competition, very impressive, especially if you think about Tenerife so often, you will think of them as an offensive team. So, interesting addition to the Tenerife lineup now is the return of Thad McFadden. So a real big hitter for them earlier in the season. McFadden didn't play last week, has been out for a number of weeks. But this is a man who averages 11 points per game, 2.5 assists per game as well for Coach Vidareta there, we see. And McFadden coming back really will help. A Tenerife team which, despite the fact they are a fantastic defensive lineup, did struggle last week in guarding some dribble penetration in that loss against Numana Venezia. So this is the Holon team. They come into this one. Got the victory last week, 97-64. An easy win on the road against Opava. They were led by Darian Atkins, who comes in and has recorded double-doubles in his last 2 home games. And, it's a Holon team that is performing well both domestically in the Israeli League and also here internationally in the Basketball Champions League. The Holon team currently sitting top of the Winner League, the Israeli First Division, 12 wins and 4 losses. They're tied in the loss column with Hapoel Jerusalem, who have 11 and 4, and then Maccabi Tel Aviv, who have played less games, 10 and 3, have a chance to leapfrog them, and a very competitive top to the Israeli League. So here is the Holon team coming out onto the court. Guy Panini, a veteran presence for both Holon and the Israeli national team as well. A man who has played 5 Eurobasket competitions between 2005 and 2017 for his team. And there it is, the man in charge, Dan Shamir, shakes hands with Chus Vidoreta. And the players exchange mementos before they get into their final stages of preparation for the game. Our 3 officials for tonight's game: Sandis, Mazzoni and Davidov from Greece, Italy and Russia. A veteran crew there. A number of those referees already had a Final Four appearance to their belt, as does Tenerife, the team that won the inaugural competition on their home floor. Is a team which really has become road warriors in the Basketball Champions League. They come into this one with a 12-game win streak on the road in this competition. There is their starting 5. It is Bassas, McFadden, Abramitis, Beidan and Mamadou Niang that makes up the 5. So we talked about the injury to Colton Iverson. There's something to keep an eye on there. But the addition of Thad McFadden, what a great return that is for Tenerife as they get into the latter stages, both domestically in the ACB and here in the Basketball Champions League as well. There is Chus Vidoreta, a very highly respected head coach for this Tenerife team. He will have it all to do against a Holon team which can play the tempo, which can cause any team problems, that's for sure. The Holon starting lineup then: Scotty Reynolds, TJ Klein, Daquan Jones, Harush and Sean Jones makes up the 5 for Holon as they go with the 2 Joneses, not related, as part of their 5. Coach Shamir has done a fine job with this team. The core coming back from the successful Israeli Cup victory or championship last year, showed how well they've done domestically in the Winner League, and credit to them. However, the one thing they will keep in mind is these 2 teams, of course, faced off earlier in the season. That was way back. Now, it was November the 6th in Tenerife, and it was an absolute blowout. I remember the game well. Tenerife took the 84-52 victory, and really, especially the first half, was an absolute clinic. Defensively, especially, Tenerife really did cause problems for Holon on that particular occasion. It was a Holon team which was short-handed, though. They were missing a couple of key performers. They didn't have Scotty Reynolds in their team in that particular time. And Tenerife just one of their best performances of the year. They made 13 threes. They had 25 assists on the game. So Sean Jones, who had 7 points and 4 rebounds in that first game between the 2 teams. Just 3 of 11, though, he was from the field. On that occasion, will be out there in the lineup. Holon in the yellow foot uniforms, so often we associate with Tenerife, but they will be in their travelling black as the players get ready to step foot out onto the floor here. Quan Jones shaking hands, smiles around Thagbert Fadden. So the staff from Tenerife getting settled. Should be a great game, this one, despite the fact Tenerife have already qualified for the playoffs. Remember, they have a 12-game win streak on the road, and they have not lost back-to-back games since game day 5 in the 2016-17 season. So Tenerife, a team not used to losing in the Basketball Champions League, will have the opening possession here. They go to Abramides. He thought about the 3, but good defense. Switching now onto him. He nearly loses it. Shot clock winding down. He's going to have to get it away, and he's not going to do so. So we talked about the defense of Tenerife, but it is Holon that open the game with a fine defensive stand. And they will bring it down. See where they go. First possession here. It is Scotty Reynolds with the ball off that high screen. Reynolds kicks it. Klein looking to make something happen. His little floater doesn't go. Just that push shot. And back into the hands of Tenerife. Sass reverses it. And now Beidan into the low post. Guarded closely by Jones. Beidan spins away. Look at the great cut. Extra pass into the hands of Abramides. He can't get it to go. Klein snatches in the rebound. Good offense from Tenerife. Good shot. Goes quickly the other way. Reynolds to the reverse. Gets it to go. It is Scotty Reynolds that breaks the duck. First 2 of the game. Anyway, graduated from the University of Villanova. A presence now for the last few years in Europe. And reversal into the hands of Beidan. Can't get it to drop. Look at the way the ball moves from Tenerife. Quickly to McFadden. He was well guarded, though. And now Beidan finally finds the room and knocks it in for the first 2 of the game for Tenerife. Klein is the man who brings it down. More methodical approach this time from Holon. Reynolds pulling the strings. Klein, nothing really on from him. So now rotate it into the hands of Harouche. 3 doesn't go. Great work on the offensive glass. And the putback is good for Sean Jones. Excellent work for Jones on his own there in the paint, making a play. It's those effort plays that they're going to need. Niang comes to screen from Beidan. Beidan throws it high. Niang gets the lob. The other way, Niang's slow to get back. I think didn't really respect the transition opportunity there. That was him on one end. Jones runs hard. Niang jogs back. Luckily, it will go back to Tenerife. Great pass from Beidan. Such a versatile player, Javi Beidan. Niang again, rolling to the ring, is fouled. And we'll get 2 shots here. Once more, it is Beidan, the provider. Niang, yeah, clearly fouled. Took a shot to the head. First against Jones. So at the line, Niang, who's known as a high-flying finisher above the ring and a tremendous defender. Showing a little bit of offense to his game here as well. It was 4.5 points per game, Niang. Remember back to that Final Four championship for Tenerife in their opening Champions League season. Mamadou Niang really did change the game in the semi-final. Tight game as he came in, blocked a couple of shots, changed a few more. I think he had 2 lobs as well. Just got the crowd right into it. There he is challenging. Fouls Jones. And Jones will go to the line. Smart play from Jones to go into the shot blocker. Draw that contact. And he will be at the stripe. Can't get this one. Usually a good free throw shooter. 79% on the course of the season in the Basketball Champions League. Excellent return from your big man. Knocks down the second, the lefty. Moves to 3 quickly. And the defense. Interesting matchups for them. They've got Jones on Baydan. Tough matchup for him out on the perimeter. McFadden goes up high. Niang kicks to the corner. Bassas can't get it. Niang gets some hands on it. And Abramitis is the finisher in the end off a great pass from McFadden. Offensive rebounding prowess from Tenerife. You see it there, look, 4 second chance points already. Reynolds using that high screen, takes the 3, comes up short. Midas on the defensive end this time. Here comes Baydan. Goes to Bassas, a lot of room here. Bassas throws it up. He's going to be given shots here. Not sure if it was a shot or a pass. Bassas is a man known for his tremendous passing ability. And there we see McFadden, a pass of his own. Bassas has dropped to number 12 in assists per game. Averages 5.5 per game. Had a spell in that first half of the year. He had an incredible output, a couple of back-to-back double-figure games. Knocks it down. It's a 10-point lead, 5-point lead, 10-5. Atkins comes in. He's got a whistle. Problem with the shot clock. Going to get changed to 17 seconds. Jones picked up his second foul on that previous play. That's why he's gone out. Won't lose loads though as Atkins comes in. I mentioned in the build-up, you know, he's a man who's really in fine form in this competition. 4 double-doubles, more than anybody else. As he's had 2 double-doubles in his last 2 home games as well. Another conversation on that Tenerife bench. Atkins gives it over to Reynolds. Reynolds jumps into the air, finds Klein, feet set. But 3-point shot doesn't drop from him. Here come Tenerife. A bit slower than they usually are in transition. Bassas kicks it, that's wide open. Abramitis, you won't miss too many of them. I mean, that is Tenerife basketball. Absolutely down to a T. Beautiful feed from Bassas, but not only the accuracy of the pass, it's the timing as well. He hits Abramitis at exactly the moment, giving him the most time to get his shot away, and a timeout call by Holon here. They trail in the early stages. There's the 3 from Tim Abromaitis. 5 points from him. Same 5 out there for Tenerife. As Klein struggles to get it over the half, eventually gives it to Reynolds. Panini in for the first time for Holon. He's going to set the back screen, trying to find some room here. Panini eventually takes a tough guarded 3. Shot clock was winding down, misses to the right, and it is back to the Spanish team. Well, memories of game number 1 here. Tenerife just slowly building this lead, but good quick hands there. Klein finds Atkins. That foul on jump shot doesn't go. Baydan gets it back again. Atkins guarding him. Not a standing and dribbling for Tenerife. Baydan eventually takes the 3, doesn't get it. McFadden sneaks in from the weak-hand side of the floor. Abromaitis with the fake and buries his second triple. Well, you know, for about 20 seconds, it was great defense from Holon. They took everything away from Tenerife, but Thad McFadden just snuck in for the offensive rebound, and it changed the complexity there. Jones knocks down a long 2 in response. Foot just towed the line. Sass off the screen from Niang, roll in, and Niang can't finish it. Jones pushes, goes on his own, fouled by Abromaitis. First free throw. Daquan Jones makes number 1. And number 2, 85% free throw shooter he is. And now the whistles come out. A couple of changes in. Colton Iverson setting that big screen in the middle. First time for him. Sass throwing high, looking for Iverson, poor pass. And Holon pushing in the opposite direction. Extra pass to the corner. Jones on the penetration, goes up high and is fouled by Iverson. Oh, Daquan Jones challenged him at the ring there. Look at this. Couple of dribbles. And he had visions of what might have been there. Colton Iverson wanted no part of it. Commits a foul as Rodriguez San Miguel comes in, replaces Bassas. After making his last 2, gets to the stripe once more. 3 of 3 now for Jones. And he remains perfect. 4 from 4. 5-point lead still for Tenerife, though. And good shooting from Abromaitis. 8 of their 16 in the early stages. Baydan in the low post. This is where they're dangerous for 3, Tenerife. He has it again. Hey Dan, no one open. And eventually draws a foul. Again, great defense from Holon for a long stretch there, but just right at the last minute, Jones just reaches in, didn't need to do it either. I think he'll be frustrated. 13th foul against Holon, first against him. Inline possession. San Miguel will bring it in. Finds Brusino, nearly falls to the floor. Now Iverson in the low block. 7 seconds to go 1-on-1. He's got a size advantage over Atkins, but Atkins holds firm and Iverson falls to the floor. Reynolds looking around, couldn't find the open man. Panini will take another challenge 3. Doesn't get it as a foul on the rebound. And it looks like it will go against Tenerife. Great crowd here in Holon. Real atmosphere being created here in the Holon Toto Arena. It is a foul against Tenerife. Here's San Miguel. So inline possession. So you see Davin White come in. And also Gillet for Tenerife. Panini posting up against Davin White. Kicks it far side. Reynolds thought about the 3, didn't take it. Has to force it up at the end of the clock, but offensive rebound bounces around. Eventually it falls for Gillet. Now White. White, another man who's there in that 2016 championship for Tenerife. As they go to Iverson on the switch against Panini. He finds the cut and Gillet rejected. And it's going to go to Holon. Good defense from Atkins. Good rotation from him. It's not his man that cut to the ring, but Atkins had the awareness to rotate and get the block. Still having the conversation with the referees. Shamir directing traffic when it gets down to his end of the floor. Reynolds then eventually gets it into his hands, brings it down. Panini off the screen. Atkins, a lot of room. Steps to the inside, just tried to get around Gillet, couldn't. Perhaps the wrong option, and the short jump shot was there instead. San Miguel now holding on, waiting. It's been a cold spell for Tenerife here. White off the screen. Kicks it. Brusino for 3. Can't get it to drop. The team's being quiet. There's the kick out taken away. Brusino on the steal. The open triple for San Miguel ends the drought for Tenerife then. It was 3.5 minutes since their last score. There was a 3 from Abramides. Now they open up the 8-point lead once more. Reynolds pulls up, foul line wide open. Nothing but a bottom of the net for him. Scotty Reynolds responds to the 3 of San Miguel with a jumper of his own. 6-point game here, competitive throughout this first quarter. As Tenerife will hold. There is difference between shot and game clock though. Iverson screens. Gillet fires the 3. Can't hit it. And here comes Jones in transition. Crosses over. It's tipped out of bounds. Will stay with Holon. Last touched by San Miguel. So Klein wanders to the bench. Simon is in for his first action. There he is, Ahmed Simon. Atkins gives it to Panini. 5 now for him. Takes the tough 3. Panini can't get it to go. They've guarded him well. All 3 of his shots have been highly contested, but won a first quarter. Tenerife, that 12-game road win streak, has taken one step towards win number 13 as they lead by 6 at the end of the first quarter, 19-13. Well, 0 for 6 threes versus 3 for 9. That's the difference right there. The three-point shooting of Tenerife. We said both these two teams in the top 5 in three-point percentage. We haven't seen that from a Holon team, which is actually number 3. They shoot 41.4% as a team in this competition, but today 0 for 6 in this first quarter. It's been a big difference. Panini 0 for 3. Expect those averages to correct themselves though, and Holon to find their range if they can get some clean looks. But right now, Tenerife, as we so often see, a very well coached and prepared first quarter from them. Use that great spacing. A 3-point threat of Abramides, who's hit 2, especially, and defensively, scouting report absolutely on point. Tactically so good. Jones leads the way, 6 points. That's Daquan Jones for Holon. Scotty Reynolds has 4. And then Sean Jones has 3. Just 3 guys scored for the Israeli team. On the other side, 8 for Abramides, 2 for Bassas and Berlan, 4 for Niang, and then that 3 for Rodrigo San Miguel. Now there is Abramides. He'll stay on the bench at the start of this second quarter, as Reynolds remains out there for Holon. Opening possession of the second quarter. Jones on the curl. Rattles and comes out though. Can't get the drop. White. Good step. Brusino glides in as a rejected by Atkins. Here comes Holon in transition. Oh, straight to the ring. Strong drive from Jones. Puts the pressure on the D, and he is rewarded by earning himself a trip to the free throw line yet again. That's the move from Brusino, whacked away by the rotating Atkins. First miss of the night though for Daquan Jones. Made his 4 before this one. Second is good. Brusino tries to kick to the corner, got himself caught in the air. Nearly turned it over. Reynolds just couldn't quite keep it in bounds. Gillet on the lob, but the pass hits the ring and goes out of bounds. San Miguel had the man open. Couldn't find him though, and now it's Holon's chance to cut into this 5-point lead. Low post for Jones, turns and knocks it down. Done a bit of everything, Daquan Jones, so far for Holon here. Comes in averaging 15 a game. Already 9 tonight. Make it 11, sorry. Another Tenerife miss, and once more Holon looking to run. Behind the back from Reynolds. Finds Atkins for the easy layup. What a play from Scotty Reynolds. picked it up, passed it around his waist before making the pass. Low post now for Iverson. Deep into the lane. And he's going to be fouled by Atkins. Well, Iverson has got that size advantage. But look at this. Reynolds off the dribble. Goes round his waist and then makes the pass to Atkins before he makes the travel. Great play from Reynolds. Avoided the attempted steal, had the awareness to drop the little bounce pass as well to his big man. He's got his team within one. Iverson, though, stretches it out. Reynolds throws it high. Atkins can't finish. And here comes Tenerife. They've got a 5-on-4 as Atkins is on the floor. Gile gives it back to Brusino. Feet set. Can't get it though. Good opportunity missed for Tenerife. Reynolds will push again. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, despite the fact he's been out there since the tip. Scotty Reynolds. Oh, good slip. Atkins lays it up, +1. Well, Atkins, great slip on the ball screen. Panini, an excellent pass. Watch this. Atkins runs into the screen. Iverson getting ready to guard Panini, coming off it. Is called out of position. Brusino doesn't rotate in time. And it is a 3-point play for Atkins. He can't tie it, though, as he misses the free throw. White brings it down. We've got a whistle away from the ball. 24-second shot clock hasn't started. So referees will correct that. Klein comes in. A round of applause for Daquan Jones as he goes out. First rest for him. 9 points, 4 rebounds. McFadden hands it over to Brusino. Now it's White. White trying to find some room. Goes to Gile. Gile, low shot clock, takes the tough fading shot. In and out. And then Reynolds comes and snatches in the rebound. Off the quick screen, Reynolds behind the back. Great ball reversal. Corner 3 is good for Simon. Great team basketball for Holon. They're starting to get going now. First 3 of the game for them. Reynolds, the behind-the-back pass. Again, the Showtime move as McFadden puts his man on the floor and buries the jumper. Welcome back to the Basketball Champions League, Dad McFadden. First points for him on his return from injury. Panini, good look at a 3 this time. And he can't get it to go. And Tenerife come the other way now. White is fouled by Reynolds. This from Reynolds, penetrates behind the back. 2 more. Gives it to the wide open Simon in the corner. So the applause of the bench, and rightly so. Excellent team basketball from them. Sebastian Says has it. First time he's come into the game here. Trying to find something. Eventually he gets it to Davin White. White finds him on the roll. Says trying to find somebody. Double teamed. A tied possession. Oh, stay here with Tenerife. 3.1 seconds left on the shot clock, though. And good defense once more from Holon. A 10-4 second quarter spurt here from the Israeli team. Gile catches, fires, clips the front of the ring. And again, it's Holon. They've got some momentum going now. It's been caused by this guy, Reynolds. Another pass from him. Nearly finds Panini. Pulling the strings right now, Scotty Reynolds. Coach Dan Shamir must be pleased with the way his team has recovered. This man has been a big part of that, Reynolds. Snakes off the screen, finds some room, sells the fake, gives it to Atkins. Atkins fades on the shot. Tough finish in the end, but he makes it. McFadden pulls up. Too strong. Fine for the rebound. Gile gets it. First man to it, and now White. Gile wide open. Nobody picked him up. Defense still scrambling after the offensive rebound, and it was a very heady cut from the Belgian international. Saw the space and got the easy two. Atkins one-on-one. Can't finish over the top of Says. And here comes Brusino. Shovel pass too strong. And he goes back to Holon. There's the finish from Atkins. Six points, 3 rebounds for him. Sass and Abramitis back into the game for Tenerife. Reynolds, a lot of room, buries the 3. Well, Scotty Reynolds has taken over this game right now. 7-4, you see it there. Chile getting some attention to that finger. I think he caught it when he was trying to catch the ball. Right now, for Tenerife, the question is, how are they going to slow down Scotty Reynolds? There's another empty offense for Tenerife. Here he is, Reynolds, off the screen. Sets the feet, no one rotates. 3 in the bank. The Sass couldn't get it underneath the screen from Atkins. Klein will act as the point guard here. Gets it over, but he's going to lose it. Good defense from Tenerife. And nobody getting back for Holon. 5-on-3, Bedan. Now waits though. Says backing it in against Atkins. He's played some really good low post defense, Atkins. He does it again there. Jumper is good. It's Atkins again. Well, Atkins and Reynolds, I've talked about the impact of Reynolds, but look at that from Atkins as well. You know, he's been the inside guy, as Reynolds has done it on the outside. 5-point lead now for Holon. Bedan misses the 3. Says does an excellent job to get another chance for his team here. 17-6, second quarter. Says on the roll, steps through, finishes. Excellent work for Sebastian Says. First 2 for him. But momentum all in favour of Holon. They have dominated the second quarter. It's been Reynolds and Atkins that have done it all, really. They will call the timeout. See if they can just keep this momentum going here. Let's listen into their timeout. Hubert in for his first action. We'll bring it down. As Scotty Reynolds takes a blow. So many of those highlights of the second quarter coming from that man. How will Holon do without him on the floor? This may be their answer. And straight away, Daquan Jones back into the game and making things happen. He moves to double figures now. Third three of the game for Holon. Remember, they were 0 for 6 first quarter, 3 of 4 in the second period now. Beidan pulling it out. Gets the screen. Good defense from Jones. And yet again, though, no shot clock. They're going to commit the foul, Holon. He wants to push off. Here he is, knocking down the three at the other end. So he's trying to rotate out, doesn't get back quick enough. Here is Reynolds taking his blow, well earned. First time he's gone to the bench in this game. McFadden off the high screen. He'll pull up for three, and he gets it to go. Thad McFadden, first three from him on his return. 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Oh, hesitation. And then the lob, great play from Hubert to find the rolling man. It was Atkins on the finish, out of nothing really from Hubert. Hesitated, attacked again. Bassas, a lob of his own. Says can't handle it though, Holon. Off to the races here. Hubert kicks it. Simon. Now to go to Atkins in the low block. And there's going to be an offensive foul against Klein. The fans don't like that one. Let's have another look. Oh, McFadden has his arm wrapped around the leg of Klein. I'm not sure if Klein's foul came before that. Here's McFadden on the three. But the fans here not happy. Tenerife will call a timeout.
Haces un buen next, porque estás con el joven este y le dejas al bueno. Haz el next y completa. Was Devin White and McFadden. Very good again, so that doesn't get hot. Hey, yo. If you White spin down, weak side White spin down, stuff like that. Of the ATO, if you want to come to the switch, White spin down,
passionate timeout from coach Iberostar. Not happy with his team and their execution, I don't think. Bassas was the man who took a bit of that anger from coach Iberostar. Let's see what they do coming out of the timeout then. They trail by 5. And a tough second quarter for them. It's McFadden, ball in his hands, says off the screen. Back to McFadden now. McFadden fouled by Atkins. How many times have we seen Holon just not have that discipline at the end of a shot clock? They play great defense to start with and then commit some untimely fouls, you know, some frustration fouls really. And that one is going to see Atkins go to the bench. His second personal. It brings Panini back into the game of a very small lineup here for Holon. Daquan Jones is out there playing with 2 fouls. Might have to move on to into the 5 position. Panini the 4. It's going to be Klein that moves to the 5, it looks like. He slips, gets it. Scores, but it was waved away early. Klein feels he's been on the rough end of some calls here. Good slip from him. Yeah, I think the foul was on the catch rather than after he had caught it. Talk from Tenerife. Now, open shot for Klein, and he knocks it down. TJ Klein missed his first 2 shots, makes that one. Establishes that 5-point lead again as we approach 1 minute left, first half. McFadden starting to find his rhythm again, but got some work to do on his passing perhaps. Looked in the right place, just too strong. You see Klein on that short jump shot. As a foul is called. Abramitis picks it up. It's going to be his 3rd. Picked up those 2 so quickly. Remember, previous possession. Got the one holding Klein on the cut and then attempted charge there. So Bedan is back in. Nearly a turnover. Boy Huber now brings it over. Panini off the screen. Into the low block. Klein turns, can't finish. That's why some foul calls coming from the bench. McFadden kicks it. Bassas wide open. Another way with 3 from Tenerife. 3-point shooting has been polar opposites. Tenerife hot in the first, cold in the second. Holon cold in the first, hot in the second. And you see the difference in field goal shooting this quarter. Huber holding it, waiting, letting this clock get low. Now with 5 on the clock, he's going to have to do something in the skip. Simon loses his man, glides in for the easy 2. Oh, the Tenerife players looking around. So if to say, where did that breakdown come from? Great skip from Huber. 2 players lost off just a simple rip and drive from Simon. And I think that's what Coach Iberostar is saying to his team.
Be smart in the close out. The question now is the rule. He's playing smart. Ball to the attendance. Defense, it's a great shooter. No, he can score for me, but not a great shooter. Vamos. Team por Sebas, ¿vale? El resto seguimos igual. Saca team. Buscamos bloqueo para Ferran. Perdón, para David aquí, ¿vale? David aquí, ¿vale? Bloqueo para David aquí. El bloqueo lo da Brusi. Y luego estamos Javi y Tad abiertos. Vamos, va.
There's the play that caused the frustration for Coach Iberostar. Speaking to Thad McFadden about his closeout. McFadden accepted his role. So 7.6 left for Tenerife. They've drawn something up. Let's see where they'll go with it. Couldn't quite make it out on the board. It is Damon White, has the ball in his hands. He's going to attack here. Stops, fires it high. It's going to go off the backboard and it's good. Groans from the Holon crowd here. And what a huge shot that may be. Davin White buries it and brings his team within 5 at the half. 39 for UNET Holon, 34 for Iberostar Tenerife. Points hard to come by from the Spanish team in the second quarter, and a big-time shot for Davin White has helped them. Here we see the three-point percentage. That's the thing to keep an eye on. Like I said, when Tenerife were in the lead, that was going well for them. When Holon have established their lead, that is the thing that they've used. So a 5-point lead here for Holon. A big second quarter, 26-15 for them. Led by some, standout individual performances. We see Jones, Atkins, and Reynolds all listed there, and they've been the 3 first-half performers for me. Atkins consistently, Jones in that first spell before he got a rest, and then Reynolds, really in the second quarter when they started to play well, pulled the strings there. 12 for Jones, 10 for Atkins, 7 for Reynolds. Abromaitis leads the way for Tenerife with 8. He had all of those 8 in the first spell, and couldn't really help too much. Spent some time on the bench in that second quarter when his team needed some points. So we're going to see some highlights from this first half. We're going to take a break. Make sure you go nowhere. An exciting second half coming up for you. It is a 5-point lead, 39 plays 34 in favor of UNET Holon. Welcome back here to Holon. It is half-time. Hometown team, 5-point lead thanks to a huge second quarter, 26-15. They took it over a Tenerife team which has won its last 12 games on the road in the Basketball Champions League. That road streak, though, is looking under threat. They have not lost back-to-back games in the Basketball Champions League either since game day 4 and 5 of the 2016-17 season. There's Tenerife, who lost last week, might lose 2 records. In this one here, a strong first quarter for them. It has been undone thanks to the real good play from Holon in that second quarter. Led by a couple of very good individual performances. Holon, none more so than Scotty Reynolds, who pulled all the strings at the point guard position. And then also have strong performances from Daquan Jones, who has 12 points personal. And then Darren Atkins, who is on his way to yet another double-double with 10 points and 4 rebounds already. So there is Scotty Reynolds and Daquan Jones. They will be out in that 5 for Holon, and it'll be interesting to see, will it be the first quarter team from Holon that went 0 for 6 for 3, really struggled, or will it be the second quarter team that is now 3 of 10, so went 3 for 4 for 3, put up 26 points, and really did change this game for the better if you're one of the many fans here in attendance in the Holon Toto Arena. Temem Abramides started brightly for Tenerife. He leads their team in scoring with 8 as we are underway in the second half. It is Reynolds, Klein, Sean Jones, who picked up those early fouls out there, Daquan Jones, and also Amit Simon, who is putting it on the floor, spinning, and lays it up, but a spin cycle for Simon. Moves to 7, perfect 3 of 3 from the field. Step up performance from him. And he extends this lead even more. Tenerife going to Iverson. Came off the bench tonight and he's been quiet. Just 2 points personal. His lefty hook doesn't go. Klein grabs in the rebound. And here comes Reynolds. Finds Klein. Reynolds. White goes between the legs of the defender after he slipped to the floor. Couldn't get there in time. But Reynolds misses. Now White. It's Baydan. Oh, then a handoff from San Miguel and a foul to the disgust of the crowd. Shamir telling his team to get focused yet again, get the right matchups. It is the little move from Simon, the spin cycle. Brings it up for 2. White. Now Baydan. Trying to find something off the ball screen. Sells a little fake, but his shot is off. It was rejected by Jones though. Daquan Jones. That's why the shot hit the side of the backboard. But because it didn't hit the ring, just 4 seconds remain on the shot clock here. They're trying to bring it in to White. White, 3, stops and fires. Oh, get it, great work on the glass from Iverson, but then he'll lose it. And Scotty Reynolds goes the other way. Klein thinks about it. And he makes another one. Oh, TJ Klein had all the time in the world to knock it down. They're 4 of their last 5 now, Holon. Baydan to Abramitis, but this defense from Holon absolutely on point as Iverson called for the little push. difference between Iverson and Jones. I'm not really sure why. Let's have a look. Oh, that's why. Jones just tried to knock it out of his hands at the end. Iverson, I think, just telling him he didn't appreciate it. Nothing in that, though, but a 10-point lead here for Holon. What a recovery. If you didn't see the first quarter, there was an 11-point lead. And 16-5 for Tenerife. Now Holon have their largest lead of the game. The referee's still discussing this one. I'm not sure there's any punishment needed. Iverson's still shaking his head. He thinks Jones has made a meal of the little contact there was going after the rebound. Nothing comes from it, though. I think that's the right call as play continues. Reynolds brings it down. Foul away from the ball. San Miguel's going to get a technical as well. So picks up the foul. He didn't like it, and the visual dissent will draw him a tech as well. San Miguel's got to be careful here. Not sure who he's yapping at the end of the bench. So Simon will take the technical free throw here. There will then be possessions to stay with Holon. Play will continue where it left off. Simon makes it. I'm going to say, you can see why San Miguel is frustrated. On the replay, he was trying to hold position. Oh, good feed from Reynolds, and the easy finish for Jones. Scotty Reynolds again, 6th assist of the night for him. Easy finish for Jones. Holon rolling right here. They've kept the momentum from that second quarter, an 8-0 run to start the third. Tenerife looking around, who's going to step up for them? White finds Iverson, sells the fake, and he misses the little chip. He gets it back. Second time is good for him. Silences the crowd just a little. A huge basket from Tenerife. Klein over to Simon. Now Reynolds. Stops, goes again. Tough three. This is everything. Not sure that's the right option for Jones. Shot clock was getting low, though. 24-second violation. Gives it back to Tenerife. Niang's going to come in. Look at that from Reynolds. Just a little shoulder lift. Got the defender to rise up, thinking he was going to shoot it. Such a subtle movement from Reynolds, but it meant a lot as a foul's going to be called. The body's going everywhere. This one's getting a little chirpy. Klein commits the foul as he smiles. Expect to see a few whistles for a few minutes here. Referees try and get control again. White has it in the corner, waits for Niang. Pulls it out on this switch with Klein. He's going to attack against him, White. Quick extra pass, Bassas, good fake, finds Abramitis, but he misses one. Second chance points, gets it to go. Well, we just saw Tenerife had 13 before that one, so now make it 15 second chance points off those 8 offensive rebounds. And without them, where would they be? They've missed a lot of very easy opportunities, Tenerife. Klein now backing it down. 4 on the clock. Jones, the jump hook doesn't go. Daquan Jones gets his hands on it, and he lays it up. Daquan Jones one man on his own, surrounded by 3 Tenerife defenders. And he comes up with the points. White being hounded by Simon. Too much though, foul against Simon, he doesn't like it. And he's got to be careful not to pick up the technical. There's a lot of hands from Simon. The only time he doesn't put his hands on the man is when he was actually called for the foul, but on that replay, that angle shows you as well. There was contact. He wasn't in a legal guarding position. Simon also picked up the technical. Consistency from the referees. So, free throw is good. It's a 10-point game. And now White loses his man, kicks it, Beidan wide open. And the three-point shot is good from Javi Beidan. A rare three-point make for Tenerife at this moment in time. 4 of 17 now. Sorry, 5 of 18 they are. Simon into the lane. Call for the travel. It's the hop. Yeah. New definition now. Not allowed that hop anymore. So while Simon is moaning, it is the right call from the referee. The way the rule has been changed now. Panini replaces Simon. Just try and cool him down a little bit. Some Panini to come in, use his experience. White trying to find something. This defense just switching from Holon, forcing a lot of one-on-ones from Tenerife. White is the one man that has that ability, as does Thad McFadden, who's on the bench right now. He makes it a 5-point game. And the turnover. Bassas takes it away, finds Abramitis, can't finish. The Tenerife players fighting over the rebound. Abramitis can't finish, and all credit to the effort play there from Jones as at the other end. Sean Jones gets the score. Well, what a disaster for Tenerife. A 3-on-1 break for nothing for Tenerife. Again, it's 1-on-1. White tries to kick it out. Gets it in the hands of Bassas. He's got to drive. A lot of contact. Fails to hit the ring. Here comes Reynolds. And White takes it away. Will he finish this time? He does. Easy score. Good defense from White. Reynolds goes back to Klein. Panini trying to find some room. His pass deflected, back-to-back turnovers. Tenerife's defense getting him into the game. Bassas, Abramitis, corner 3. Can't get it, but Beidan there for the rebound. Again, offensive rebounds for Tenerife. Major problem for Holon as the 3 doesn't go, bounces over the ring. Now we'll go back to Holon. Substitutions for both teams, some tired bodies on the floor. And you see Jones, the kick ahead. Sean Jones hadn't even got back. This was such an advantage on the break. Here's Daquan Jones, another effort play. It's been a big time game for him. Klein has gone out. And Reynolds moves off the point. It's Huber handle it. Now Reynolds. Uses the screen from Atkins. What a time for him to come into the game with his energy. Daquan Jones fouled. Will shoot 3 here. Brusino too close, according to the referee. Daquan Jones at the line, 14 points. This is where he got his game going early. Made his first 4 free throws. Went 1 of 2. Now he's missed 2 of his last 3. Missed both so far. 3rd is good though. So Jones makes just 1 of 3. Bassas goes to McFadden, who's back into the game now. McFadden needs to step up for his team here. This switching Holon defense has caused problems. McFadden steps to the side, fires the 3, in and out. Good rebound from Niang. When you do switch, you're going to have the advantage on the offensive glass. McFadden draws contact, flips it up. Doesn't go. And at the line for 2. Tenerife are trying to isolate the mismatch with their guard against the big from Holon. And what that leaves is the big of Tenerife being guarded often by a guard from Holon around the ring. So if you do take a jump shot and miss it, you need that offensive rebound from the big being guarded by the smaller man. Jones, holding and waiting, finds Reynolds. Reynolds has got the open man. Atkins finishes it off. And again, Reynolds pulling the strings. Another assist for him. And easiest finish of the night for Atkins. Bromidis to the corner. Bassas will take the 3. Didn't have the rhythm to it, that one, but good work from Niang on the offensive rebound. Bromidis trying to post up. This mismatch spins. Goes off the glass. Can't get it. Tip by Brusino. And again, you look at the rebound and wonder how Brusino's so open. But it's because Abromaitis had the mismatch. He turned to the baseline and the defense had to come and help. The man who helped was the man who was supposed to be boxing out Brusino, so he's not there in position. Atkins' jump shot in response is good. He makes it a 6-point game once more. McFadden picks it up. Bassas will take another 3, and he gets 1 to go. So Fernand Bassas makes his first field goal of the game. You can see it there, just 1 of 4 for 3. But he is arguably their best shooter at that spot. Ahead of San Miguel, who has made 1 actually tonight. Reynolds this time has it turned over. Bassas, some great defense there to step inside, read the pass. Bassas asks for the unsportsmanlike foul. Atkins just doesn't like the call, full stop, I don't think. And that is why he's frustrated, because it's his 4th foul. He's trying to get his hand out, isn't he? Bassas took the ball, but as he's pulling it away, he's pulling Atkins' arm with him. Not sure what more Atkins can do, but this is why they're going to look at the monitor to see if it's an unsportsmanlike, which is what Bassas was asking. So Atkins is just trying to move his arms out the way. I don't think this one's going to be given as an unsportsmanlike. No. Good work from the officials. The once a monitor checked it, just 2 shots. Atkins still on the floor though. Look like they're going to get him out for this final 29 seconds. Bassas because of the team fouls of Holon. He's at the line. And backs up the triple, the three-point make on the previous possession now with the free throw. Two for two for Vasas. Huber now brings it down. Final 20 seconds of this third quarter. Reynolds will take the three. Didn't look right coming out of his hands, did it? And a foul from Panini. I mean, Panini's going to moan about the call. I don't know why he's going for the ball there and allowing the referee to call the foul. There's 7 seconds to go. You're in team fouls. And you're reaching him. So more free throws, and this could be a Tenerife lead. Brasino makes both. Incredible, really, because just a short second to go. I'm wondering how the Spanish team are going to get back into this game. It was 45-34, just 7 minutes ago. A real great, good recovery from Tenerife as Abramides goes out, Baydan in for this final 7 seconds. Reynolds collects it. We use the quick screen from Panini. Reynolds kicks it. One dribble. Huber for three is good. Well, Tenerife hit the buzzer beater at the end of the half, and now Holon hit one at the end of the third. Yeah, clearly out of his hand, no question. Huber makes his first field goal of the game. And it is all to play for here as that three gives Holon the 2-point lead. 59 plays 57. The shot that separates these two teams. And 3 on the buzzer. Fadden out there with Brusino, who has it. Niang, Says, and Basas. A real big lineup for Tenerife. Haven't seen this one before. As Brusino slices in for the easy two. Says and Niang together. Different lineup for the Spanish team. As Huber goes to Jones. Daquan Jones, that is. Sean Jones sets the screen for Panini. And Klein out there as well. Huber looking for Sean Jones. Jones has to hand it to Panini. Takes the tough three. Doesn't get it to go. Niang with a good rebound. Bodies on the floor. Niang's going to be down the floor first. 5 on 4 for Tenerife. Can they find an opening? Brusino knocks it down. Brusino 5 in a row. And he has given Tenerife a 3-point lead here. Nearly turned over by the Quan Jones. Fadden hounding Huber. Huber comes off the screen. Goes to Panini, feet set. Well, he hasn't found the target very often tonight, Panini, but that's the first real good look he's had for 3. And of course, when he gets an opportunity like that, he doesn't miss many. Tied at 62. Bassas loses his man. Can he finish over the defense of Jones? He can't. Jones fades and knocks it down. So here it is, Bassas off the screen to McFadden. A lot of traffic, Says has to make the extra pass. Isn't really the 3-point threat out there. Bassas' strong drive is fouled. The crowd did not like it, because he will go to the line. So Sebastian Says out there playing the 4 on the 3-point line. By percentage, he is a good 3-point shooter, but he just doesn't take too many of them. Less than 1 a game. That's the score on the other end. And there's Bassas at the line. He averages 5 points per game. Bassas now got 8 on the night. Make it 9. A perfect 6 of 6 on the free throw stripe. Backdoor with Panini. He's got to kick it out. Good rotating defense from Tenerife. And then they'll sacrifice a foul. Udo are up against it there. Says with a smart play. Reynolds getting a blow. He'll be back shortly. 2 more minutes, I would guess, before he'll come and finish the game for Holon. Huber for 3. Oh, the confidence of the buzzer beater came off that one. With only one thought in his mind, didn't he? Huber. Second 3 from him. Bassas. Can't find a lot of room. Flips it to Niang. Somehow hit the target and Niang finishes it. Bassas looked like in all sorts of trouble in the air. Nowhere to go. Last second found Niang. What a final 7 minutes this is going to be. Huber, another open jump shot and another make. He is a fine shooter by percentage in 3-point range, but he averages just 2.5 points per game. 21-year-old guard. White. Again gets himself caught in the air. Now Brusino, 8 on the clock. Goes behind the back. Good defense from Panini. Doesn't want to foul now. Low shot clock. Oh, Brusino makes the fade-in jumper. Oh, he said he didn't want to foul. Maybe he should have, because that's an incredible shot from Brusino. Now, against White. Pulls up. Go down. And he's going to take another one. This one doesn't go, though. It's almost a heat check for him. 1-point lead for Holon. Time ticking down. Behind the back, White stumbles. Loose pass, gets to Bassas. He's got 6 seconds. He's going to take the 3. Too much room for him. Great work on the glass for Size. 2 Tenerife players inside. Anyone from Holon. Jones asking for clarification. He's 4th. So Atkins and Jones both have 4. There's Atkins waiting. As the 3 is good for Abromaitis. In response, Panini makes it a 3-point shootout. Abromaitis makes 1, Panini responds. It remains a 1-point game. Holon in the lead. White's chance now. Comes off the screen. Says rolls, man's open in the corner. Oh, a loose pass, just gets to Bassas with 5 on the clock. Abromaitis is going to have to fire this up, steps back, sells the fake, he's fouled. And we'll get 3 shots, and it's nearly a technical foul on Klein as well. The referee went to make the signal. Yeah, he got him. So many times. If Holon lose this one, that is going to be the reason those late clock fouls, cheap fouls as well. It's not in a position where they're trying to stop what's a certain scoring opportunity for Tenerife. Abromaitis misses the first, makes the second. They'll take the third because of shooting a 3. So a tied game here. One is good. So Abromaitis, it's a 1-point lead for Tenerife. Jones goes out. Reynolds is back in. Oh, sorry, Jones is still out there. It was Daquan Jones that went out. Sean Jones out onto the floor. Here he is rolling to the ring. Reynolds' pass nearly finds him. Panini for another one. Can't get it. Oh, it's tipped by Jones and he goes. But Jones looked like he was just trying to tap it towards the ring. And he timed it perfectly for a rare second chance opportunity for Holon. They have the lead now. White dipping their shoulder, finds Brasino. Brasino has been huge in this 4th quarter. 8 points for him in this quarter alone, 14 on the game. Reynolds turns it over. White calms it down, but perhaps had the opportunity to run there. We do have the lead, big turnover. As now Says down the middle, has it rejected by Jones. The kick out, Brasino for another one, makes it. Brasino with 11 in the quarter, buries his 3rd triple. Tenerife high fives all around. What a sequence of events. Size was open on the roll. Jones came out of nowhere to get the block. Save what looked like a certain 2. But the ball fell to Bassas, who found Brasino open for yet another 3.
Don't pause the issue on the first one. Okay, let's have cleaning in the strong side. Okay, this is the floor. So cleaning is here. Okay, let's go face into a quick second side with the shake. So you are following. Okay, so Scotty, Sean. Okay, then you're following. DJ, can you set it? hacemos un cambio, mantener el cambio. No deshagáis con el hombre balón. Don't break the mismatch. He has the ball.
Next defense, guys. We need the next defense.
Vale. Con Pirini seguimos cambiando.
There it is, Brusino knocking down 17 points personal, 6 of 10 from the field, 5 rebounds, and when they needed him, he has stepped up for his team. Wondered where the points were going to come from, but the Argentinian has come up with some big-time plays, and Holon, when they've needed to, have coughed the ball up cheaply. There's another turnover there, their 12th of the game. Reynolds gave it away cheaply there. He's got 10 assists, Scotty Reynolds. 6 turnovers, though, as they score the other way. Sebastian says a quick one. And all of a sudden, a 7-point lead here with just 3 minutes and change remaining. Again, good defense from McFadden. Called for the foul this time. 3rd team foul against the Spanish team. You see Says sets a screen, slips quickly to the ring. Slices between 2 guys. Atkins comes back then. He has the 4 fouls. Discussion going on. It's in the corner, the 3, Daquan Jones in and out. What a huge shot that might have been had it dropped. McFadden has it. Waits for Says to set the screen. Now he's going to dance with the ball. 3 doesn't go. Klein, quick rebound. An outlet. Here comes Jones pushing. He doesn't have any numbers. He's going to be fouled. It's a travel. So the whistle went. I thought it was going to be an and one opportunity for Daquan Jones, but instead another turnover against Holon. Yeah, it's the right call. Frustration from Klein, frustration from Holon, some just turnovers at the wrong moment for them. McFadden skips it, beautiful foot pass, it's the hot hand, Brusino. Well, he doesn't look like he's going to miss, does he? Nicholas Brusino, what a 4th quarter from him. 14, I think, all in this quarter alone, his 4th 3. I've lost track, it's been so many. A great pass from Tenerife. There's McFadden, I think. And some southern-looking faces for Holon there. I'm going to call this timeout. 2:24 left.
Okay, quick one, take one. You're the cutter. Stay away from the turnovers. Okay, we responded with offensive rebounds in the stretch. Offensive rebound, 2 turnovers. The ball is on the floor when we don't need. You make your cut. Okay, then Scotty back to the top and Plenty slide in, and we'll spread and find corners and get shots. Okay, then everybody pick up full court and let's go cut the clock a little bit.
Hey, they're slipping on the show. They're slipping on the show. We still need a show. Last man be there.
Here is Nicholas Brusino. That was the first score for him in the 4th quarter, the drive. And then since that point, he's just backed it up with 4 threes. 10-point lead for Tenerife. Holon have responded once, but with only 2 minutes and 10 seconds left, let's see if they can do it again. Atkins is going to screen and roll. Reynolds picks it up. Good defense from Tenerife now. They're going to hold for 7 seconds as the 3 from Simon misses, and not one player in there challenging for the offensive rebound for Holon. Tenerife will take some time off the clock here. McFadden goes high to Says, and he's going to lay it up for yet another easy 2. McFadden has been the creator off the dribble. How they have missed him. As Jones tries to respond quickly and does. But we're approaching 90 seconds now left. Sass finds McFadden. McFadden again using that middle ball screen. Takes the jumper. Doesn't go. Foul is going to go against Says. Interesting, Holon have gone away from that switching defense they used so effectively in the second and third quarters. They did give up a lot of offensive rebounds, but it seemed to work and just slow down the Tenerife offense. Reynolds now gets the switch. It's Tenerife that are switching. Jones in the corner. Misses. Good work from Simon. Now he's got to finish it. Can't, but he is fouled. Basket is waved away. Simon will have to earn the 2 from the line with 1:02 remaining. Amit Simon, 100% from the free throw line before that one in the Basketball Champions League this season. Limited attempts for him. Second is good though. A 9-point game inside the final minute. Tenerife just going to use this time, use the clock. White, in no hurry. Let's more seconds tick away. As now he calls for Says to set the screen. Says slips. White trying to find some room. 3 on the clock now. 2, 1. He's not going to get away in time, is he? He does, and it's good. Well, Davin White, to the point of a second, plays that one perfectly for his team. Used up a full 24 and still got the score as well. Panini will take a 3. Too strong. Rebound drops to Says, and that may be everything here. What a fourth quarter from Tenerife. When they needed it, they stepped up. Holon, a valiant effort. It wasn't enough though. Tenerife showing their quality in a close game. To really step up when it mattered. There is the final buzzer. Tenerife will take this one on the road. They will move their win streak now to 13 straight road games in the Basketball Champions League as they win here tonight, 88-77 over UNET Holon. A 31-18 fourth quarter for Tenerife. And they were led by Nicholas Brusino, who had 14 points in that quarter alone, on his way to 20 personal. But what an entertaining game this has been. Tenerife, even though they've already qualified, get the win here today. Percentages, Holon, 71% for 2-point range. The rebounding battle, 15 offensive rebounds for Tenerife. And Tenerife, you look at the numbers, they shot 5 more free throws than Holon, and you see 13-7 on the turnovers. They shot 67 times from the field in comparison to just 56 for Holon. Smiles all round from the Tenerife quartet there. And so we see the game leaders for both teams. Simon stepped up for his team, but Jones leads away 19, Atkins 14, Simon has 9, Brusino 20, Abramitis 16. Now, Abramitis 8 of those early, Brusino was the man of the fourth quarter and really did win this game down the stretch. When they needed a step-up performance, Tenerife, they got one from him. So the Spanish team will move forward from here. They will take their record now one step closer to securing first place out of Group B. They move to 10 wins and 2 losses in the Basketball Champions League at the top of Group B. UNET Holon will drop to 7 wins and 6 losses in their game. They will try to regroup Holon as they go on the road next week to a Bonn team that is coming off a big victory in this game day. And for Tenerife, they'll have the luxury of heading home to the Santiago Martin Arena on Tenerife to face off against the Pavia before that big game to finish up their regular season in Thessaloniki against PAOK. So I will say good night from Holon. An entertaining game here, eventually won in the fourth quarter by Tenerife, as they have the 88-77 win over Holon.
This is